Welcome back, everybody. This is a video I've been waiting to make for a long time. This is a custom pedal board built for me around my ES8 or ES5 from Boss pedal switcher. This is a dual tier pedal board that is ATA certified to fly. It is made by Custom Pedalboards out of the UK, and they turn this around lickety split. I am doing something for music stuff locally, which is called local. Oh, I'm going to screw this up, aren't I? It's LMC, Live Music Community 561 Broadcast, and it's a blog or a vlog. I've already been on the show before, and it's great. It's my friend Ben and Hector and Justin. But now we're doing it from a pedal board perspective. And I needed a new board anyways because I needed a bigger board for more stuff. The Chase Bliss pedals have gotten bigger with the Automatune stuff. Automatune? Autotomato? The big pedals with the wooden sides. So they are going to go in this. So let's open it up. Got ATA latches on this side with ATA areas to put in dual locks, which I'll show you. We'll do like a overhead sweep thing like everybody does. And it's got a really nice texture to it too, which is kind of cool. Little hexagon type things. Not sure how easy it's going to be to stencil my name and USA on this, but I'm pretty sure I can get that sorted out. So flip the top and it just lifts off. That simple, right? Not too heavy either. I weighed this prior to shooting, and it was well under where I needed it to be. I want to say it was probably like 17 pounds, give or take. I'm not good with the whole metric conversion, but it's on the website. Here's the first part that's cool. Oh, it flips up. You're going to get a whole bunch of cool shots of this here in a second. I'm just doing kind of the talking bit. Like, so you can see there's the jack box here, which does everything. Actually, I'm going to pull that out really quick. So this part here is optional, and I already Velcroed this part in, so give me a second. There we go. And it comes on a block, so you can raise it or lower it. This is really simple. It's got the name of it. What you have are TSR to TS jacks, so they are both TS and TRS. So I can plug a tip ring sleeve cable in or a regular tip sleeve cable in. It sees it either way. And I can make this wired however I want. So like in this case, the black would be my guitar, the red would go out to the amp, this would be my effects loop, this would be my tip rig sleeve cable that I would use for my expression pedal to go to my Boss DD500. Or any pedal for that matter, as long as it's a tip ring sleeve, it doesn't really matter. It's on a riser so that you can do it. You also notice too, this doesn't have a locking mechanism like some of them do, which is really cool because you have Velcro on the top as well as the bottom. So what I'm going to do personally, my power supply is going to get Velcro to the top part so I'm not wasting valuable real estate down below. And also probably my MIDI box, because I use a MIDI box for my Boss pedals, the little 4 box, which you're going to see in all the video stuff. So this is really cool. I'm going to flip this back over. Let's give you some quick measurements while I'm here. This is a live-in case, so the bottom doesn't come off. This is with the live-in case just shy of 20 inches. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, let's go edge to edge. It's 20.5 inches, and it is fantastic. So first thing I want to do, let's check and see if my ES8 is going to drop right in. Oh, and it does. It's such a beautiful thing. It's a perfect fit. The pedals are right where, the stomps are right where I need them to be. The cable management can handle either full-size cables or small cables. So like the small-headed Boss cables that I actually use are going to be no problem because they're going to come up and under. But if I wanted to use full-size switchgrass style plugs, I could. Like, say that's all that I already have. That would be perfect. Let's see. This is the other thing. It comes with the soft side Velcro already there, which I think is fantastic. And for the record, guys, the Velcro goes fuzzy soft side down on the board. Okay? Let me repeat that. Fuzzy, soft side on the board. The pedals get the scratchy stuff. Okay? Never the other way around. Always that way. And if you're like me, you actually will probably use dual lock on the pedals to grab that. So this is perfect. Let me see. I got my ES5 down here. With the ES5, I actually have plenty of room to add an overdrive pedal. So if I wanted to, I could use my ES5 and say my revival drive like I have here, right next to it if I wanted to do something slightly different. So, I don't know how I'm going to go with this build. It might go a different way. I also have a Decibel 11 pedal palette that will fit nicely, and I have a Boss MS3, which will also fit pretty much damn near perfectly. So let's do this. I'm going to change my camera up. I'm probably going to go handheld for a minute and kind of detail what this bad boy is all about. But man, look at all this real estate. Can we measure this really quick? Let's take a look. This is 11 inches, okay? And this is a true 11 inches because I'm doing it with a measuring tape as opposed to a guy just telling you it's 11 inches. This is actually 11 inches. And this is 17, no, it's 18 and a half. If you go Velcro to Velcro, it's just shy of 18. But if you go edge to edge, it's 18 and a half. So you have more than enough room to put some pretty heavy duty pedals on here. I am so excited about this. I cannot tell you. I'm giddy. I'm absolutely giddy. And also, man, the guys at Custom Pedalboard, I can't say thank you enough. They turned this around so quickly. I guess I'm going to go backstory for a minute, which I know you're like, oh my god, he's going to tell stories again. Lee from Pedalboards of Doom saw a post that I made on Facebook. I was looking for a board quickly because of this show for a live music community. And in my typical fashion, I waited too long. I dragged my foot and I was like, let me do this. And I have boards. I've got a bunch. I have 3 pedal train boards, 4 pedal train boards. I have 2 Creation pedal boards that I love. I'm actually a Creation pedal board endorser. They just, unfortunately, they were out of town. They couldn't do what I needed quickly, and I needed it for this thing. So I love Creation pedal board. This isn't any sort of diss to them. This is just something different. I have a Temple board that was my old Eventide board for when I did the Eventide show. So thank you, Eventide. And I thought, okay, you know what, man, I'll just use one of those, it'll be fine. Problem was when I started putting the board together, it was impossible. There was no way everything was going to fit. It wasn't going to do what I needed it to do. And so I reached out to the internet, which can be a good or a bad thing, and said, hey, what do you guys think of this board, that board? And I contacted a bunch of companies. Only one of them got back to me. They weren't available because of the pandemic. I'm sorry, 2 companies got back to me. Another company got back to me, but it was also going to be a longer turnaround time. Lee from Pedalboards of Doom said, hey, I've got the guy. This pedal board is amazing. They're great people. I'm going to put you guys in contact. So Lee, being a mate, got me hooked up, and these guys sent me this board in 2 days from the UK. 2 days. That's why I didn't do the unboxing, by the way. I was going to do like the big style unboxing. It was packed so well. I looked like a 5-year-old that Chris was trying to get it open. I was pulling stuff, and I couldn't get it. Like, this thing was packed bulletproof. It was crazy. It could have been anything. It was wrapped so tightly. It was crazy. So, all right, I'm going to switch camera angles now, and we're going to talk about what's going to go on the board. And I'm going to go grab a bunch of pedals so you can kind of see what's going on and what's going where, okay? Hold on. Let's go quick guerrilla style here, right? So we've got a Boss ES5 tucked. I've got an RD compact here. I've got plenty of room if I wanted to go something else. So let's see, as I reach over to my pedal wall over here, and you can hear me dropping tons of stuff, I could easily fit in Keeley. This is my tone workstation, by the way. This is my go-to goat. I gotta fly somewhere. This is the pedal that goes there. I can easily fit that and the 5 in. As you can see, it's got a number 2 on it, which means I've used it in multiple situations already because it's been numbered into a switcher. So there you go with that. It is a great pedal, but we'll leave the compact in there, see what happens. I've got plenty of room. Cables will run out. So any top-mounted pedal, so top jack, oh, forgot about the Velcro. Anything that's got top jacks is going to easily go there. Now, if I take that out, Sorry about the gorilla quality of this, but that's what it's going to be. It's going to be the gorilla video. So what I'm going to do for a minute is I'm going to pause this. Okay, so we paused it for a second. I am back now as I move the cable out of the way here. And now the big boy ES8 is in here. And you can see I've still got plenty of room. I can stack pedals all the way to the back. So if I go 2 full pedals deep, I'm easily covered across the board here. So, and again, this is going to be gorilla style, so I apologize. You're probably going to see weird angles, but that is how I'm rolling today. And my goodness, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could comfortably fit 8 to 10 pedals underneath that are Boss size or MXR size or standard size pedals. Now, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is the cool stuff. This is also Velcroed soft-sided, and it's got this stiff rail, so you're going to be able to run your power supplies up here or your MIDI boxes up here so that you don't have to waste the space. You just have to make sure that you have the clearance. Like, this would have plenty of clearance with the RD pedal. Not a problem because they give you the lip. So if I was to put my Eventide Power Max, which is what is going in here, I'm not going to have that problem. So that is just absolutely killer. And this is going to sit here. And again, this is the gorilla video. I'm going to put an overhead camera on now and kind of lay out the pedals the way that I want to view them. So let me put you on hold again. Actually, I'm going to zoom into that because I just think that's so sexy. That is such a cool thing. So hold on to that thought and let's start looking at the overhead view of the pedals. Okay, so here it is as the overhead shot, kind of set up how I would like to see it. And we got a bunch of little stuff, like, so the pedal box for the battery box, whoops, goes that way, is going to go underneath. And the Montreal Count to 5 might make the board. It might not. I don't know yet. Now, I can't flip this up because none of this is Velcroed, but this is a rough layout. These top 3 are definitely going to be there. Tone Bender is not going to be there. I just got that the other day and I thought it'd be cool to put there. The Ultra Tap won't be there. More than likely a tuner is going to go there. And that has a really strong shot of being, but I'm not sure. So what I'm going to do really quick is take these off so that we can flip the top and see what happens. Now, the only thing that has Velcro is the H9. So the H9 can stay. I'll push that a little snug to make sure it's there. And now I can flip this, and you can kind of see where I'm going from there. So this is actually going to live like that. We've got a DD500, we've got an MD500, and an EQ200, because I don't need to get to these. I'm going to have a tap tempo button programmed into the ES8. So the ES8 will have tap tempo where I can grab it. And there's going to have everything switched. And then there's going to be a TRS out into the junction box, which is going to go to an off-the-board expression pedal that is going to blend the volume of the delay signal up and down. An idealized stole basically from Andy Timmons and tons of other guys, but you're running a quarter note and an eighth note delay at separate speeds, and you blend it in level-wise. And I still have room. Like, I could put pedals up here. These all have Velcro, so I can't just rip them up, but I could easily put a few more pedals up here if I wanted to. I could probably move these way down if I chose to, because I've got plenty of room for the cables. Again, I'm using the Boss cable system, so if you look at that, it's going to be pretty straight at that point as far as how it's going to go. I think the big issue is really going to be, that is going to be fun. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize my camera was going to shake on this. I thought I had that pretty balanced out, so I'm going to try to be careful now. All my power and everything's going to be up on this side, so that's going to be great. I'm still going to play with some stuff. I want an octave phaser in there, and I use a Boss OC5 and the Eddie Van Halen MXR 90. And I will probably tuck those there and give them their own button. So basically they'll be preset number 3 or whatever, because I won't need to get to them. I won't need to get to anything. The EQ200 is going to be for different lead sounds and different rhythm sounds. Yes, I play boogies. Yes, they have graphic EQs, but I just think this is a great pedal and will give me another option. So now I could go smaller. I could go 200 series and get more pedals in here. Or if I could go all compact size pedals and get way more pedals in here. But this is about a switching system. So I know there's going to be somebody, well, just get an Axe Effects then. No. I don't like the way the Axe Effects does certain things. I can control this, and I'm much better at programming this than I am, say, an Axe Effect. So the H9 is going to be my harmonizer, so all my harmony stuff, and I may or may not use the tuner on that. I don't know yet. But the fact that I can have this built, I can take this to my hotel room, grab my cell phone, take my cell phone, go in and do, program the H9, program anything. Well, I can't program the ES8, but I can program anything that I can hook up to my laptop on here. Is amazing, and it's going to be so much quicker. And again, I just flip this up, all the pedals stay put. In this case, although you can't see it from the direct angle, now that this box is in here, it's keeping it from flipping over, so you don't need latches. So again, it's less weight. I'm beyond stoked. What I have to do now, though, and this is kind of the fun part as you hear me hitting pedals and things like that, is decide kind of what's going to go where. What do I need? Like, if I didn't need the Chase Bliss stuff, I could easily go with compact pedals and more pedals across the board here. I'm just going to keep grabbing the random compacts that I have nearby. Another Boss OD. So I could take something like this and my wiretap, and then anything. I could wire a whole bunch of things this way and have a ton of pedals. I could do all eventide on the top. I could do an ultra tap. I could do a micro pitch. I could do the black hole with the H9 all across the board and do Boss pedals here and have tons of options. This to me is kind of the perfect travel board. Now all my treadles, my wah, my volume, my roto vibe, my expression, whatever I decide is going to go off on a separate board on the side, and that board itself is going to be a flat board from Creation that I already have. And so then all I have to do is patch that into the bay that's on the other side. And man, I'm so excited about this. This is really going to be crazy on how much stuff that I can do on this. So I'm going to stop the video here in a minute, because what I'm going to do is start deciding on what's going on this board. I only have 2 days to build this, wire it, program it for the show that I'm videoing for them. So I'm going to stop now and go work on that and come back, and you'll see what the finished product looks like. I'm not going to bother with kind of I'm not going to let you walk through my thought process, because I have 300 plus pedals, so I'm building a board that's a crazy board. That's definitely a flex board to show off stuff for a particular thing. I wouldn't necessarily build something like this for myself for a touring rig unless it was for a very specific style gig. I'll give you an example. When we did shows with Lauren, it was needed to have a ton of atmospheric stuff. Kid Havoc, I could go out with a delay and a wah-wah pedal and I'd be set. Oh, and a harmonizer. I wouldn't have to do anything. So there's a lot of stuff that I can do within just the top of the board. I mean, this is a preamp in itself. I mean, it's going to be amazing. Of course, the Chase Bliss stuff is ridiculous. I mean, come on. You've got flying faders. Look at this. Your faders move. Like, how do you not love this? So these are definitely going to make the cut because, well, they have to. They're amazing. And on a flex board, if you don't put those on there, it's kind of silly. So I hope you are enjoying all this. I hope you are kind of enjoying my excitement, my enthusiasm for my walk down memory lane. I cannot thank the guys at Custom Pedalboards enough. Chris at this place was amazing. Like the amount of time that he did this and turned this around and understood what I was trying to do. We had a Facebook video conference thingy. And for you guys that know me, I hate talking on the phone. I can't stand it. A video call isn't bad to me, but even that, I'm a texter. You know what I mean? I'm an email person. Only because I've been in the music business for so long that I trust absolutely no one. So if I don't have it in writing, I get a little sketched out. So Chris was automatically a mate. Proper geezer right out of the gate. My Irish comes out every once in a while. What can I tell you? This dude was straight up, real deal. Great conversation. Knew exactly what I wanted, how to do it. Figured it out. Got it to me in 2 days. And this is incredible. And, you know, I don't know if I can do this without making too much table shake. But all I do, you can't really see it. There's a latch in the back. You're going to see the back of my big ass head now. Put the latch down, put the top down, lock it. It's done. Like they unplug the cable, my roadie throws the top on it, locks it up, and we're done. So if anybody's doing any sort of touring, you know if you do a national thing, you have to be off very quickly. My rig is on wheels. The top pushes out so they can deplug everything there. I've always had a pedal board that had something similar, like you unplug the loom, you throw the top down, and you go. This will obviously have my name on it, USA somewhere on here, and probably B1 for board 1 or SB1 for stage board 1, or who knows, whatever. I'll mark this up, and I always put a special mark on it so that if it ever gets stolen, I know it's mine. But that's it, man. This is custompedalboards.co.uk. That's where you want to go. But I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to build this out. You're going to see the rest of this process very, very soon. Hang in there. This is the wrap-up of the pedal board build video. Now, I've already used the board on 561 Music Podcast, and I'm going to put a link to it either in the description or somewhere inside this video so you can see the board in action. What I'm going to do now is just show you how the board was completed and what is done. So as you can see, everything went back into the case. The top went on no problem. I'm going to undo 2 latches. That's it. There's 2 latches here in the front, which is like on every flight case. Lift this up and lift it off, and that's it. So now that board is ready to go on stage. It is done. As you can see, got my ES8, my Phase 90, the Octave, the 2 J Bliss pedals, and all the good stuff. If I flip up, I have everything underneath, which is my power. So I've got 2 power banks. I have my MD200, my H9, my junction box, so I can run a 4-cable method out with 0 issues. I can't say enough good things about this. It was super simple to build. The weight is dead on. The product quality is incredible. And it is really super easy to get a lot of pedals and do a small space. And at the end of the day, that's really what this is. I mean, everything's getting nuttier as far as travel goes, especially for us as musicians, and what we're doing and how we're doing it. And so cramming as much stuff in so we can travel lighter is going to be the way. And again, I know there's going to be people saying, well, why not get an Axe-Fx, or why not get a GT1000 or a Helix or something? I want to be able to have more control over certain things, and I just like this kind of stuff. This is one of the things I get really nerdy and geeky and really excited about, to be honest. So this is great. The only thing that didn't get run was the MIDI. So what I'll talk about with you guys really quick. The way that I have all this stuff on here, I use a MIDI box. That MIDI box was going to make it a little more difficult to run the MIDI cables the way I wanted to, because the MIDI cables that I use are the Roland Golds, which are the big, thick. The cable itself is the size of a guitar cable, and the ends are high end. I wonder if I have one nearby here. Look here real quick underneath my book of goodness. No, I don't have one with me at the second, but they're too big. To do this the way that I want to do this, I would have had to give up a pedal underneath here. I would have probably had to give up the 200 to do what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to do that. So I ordered the new Boss flexible cables. They're the ones where you can change the angle, and they're thin, kind of like the cables that I cut and make myself. So that's going to solve that issue. And this board and this setup is going to get slightly changed for a live streaming show of the Scott Gailor Trio at the end of this month. I believe it's the last Sunday of this month. I'll also have that link in the description. So I can't say enough good things about this. This is custompedalboards.co.uk. Chris is the man. This is an unbelievable setup. I mean, I crammed so much stuff on here, and it's edge to edge, which really you should go wood to wood. You should basically go where the self-side Velcro stops, but I really wanted to cram these on here just for that show. But to see an in-depth breakdown of the pedals in use, go to 561 Music Podcast, and everything will be there. There's an hour-and-a-half discussion about pedals and switchers and all sorts of really cool things. So again, I just can't say enough good things about it. Hopefully you'll dig it. If you have questions, you can hit me up at scottgailorlessons@gmail.com, scottgailor.com, tonejunkiechronicles.com. Of course, there's MySpace. MySpace. Wow, that's a slip, and that's staying in there. There's Facebook, Instagram TV. I occasionally mess with Twitter. I do some Pinterest stuff. I just post like fancy pictures of pedals on Pinterest if anybody's bored. That's really it. If you're looking for music, my music is on every single streaming download site. It's also all in the description. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Chris, for the amazing pedal board. I am Scott Gailor. This is Scott Gailor Demos. Peace.